Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I have a crazy current events video for you guys, and this is one of the most ridiculous crazy current events videos that I've done. This honestly sounds like an Onion article, like an Onion video, and I know like you clicked on this video and you're looking at the title and you're reading the title and you're like, Professional, no. No, don't tell me that this is real. Yes, this is very much real. This happened. And the thing is, though, is I saw an article, yesterday from the New York Post about it, and I was thinking to myself when I saw it, I was thinking, they're probably exaggerating this. The media clickbaits a lot, right? And then, I waited a day just to make sure, and then a day later, so many medias are reporting on this, and I've seen the video, and there's a video about this too. We'll play the video, and this very much happened. But you're wondering what the hell happened. This sheriff in Georgia had called his deputies for backup, and apparently this guy was off duty too. He wasn't even in uniform when this happened, but he called his deputies for backup over an incident at Burger King. So apparently he went to the drive-thru at Burger King and they messed up his order. Like they put something wrong in the Whopper, it was the mayonnaise or the cheese or something like that. But he says it in the video, and instead of resolving this with the manager, calmly like a rational person, what he did was he got into some kind of argument, and we don't know what happened before the video, but the only thing that I know is that my best guess is that the staff at the Burger King were scared of him. That's my best guess. And how do I know this? Because they actually locked the door. So unless this was closing time, I don't think this was closing time. Because the body cam footage is like around like 3 o'clock. So it's like around 3 o'clock. So Burger Kings don't usually close around 3 o'clock. And so the place was locked. The doors were locked, and the deputy had called for backup. And my best guess is that he went in the drive-thru, they messed up something with his order, he got really mad, and he started screaming and yelling at them. This I don't have proof for, but that's just my best guess, is he probably, got really mad and was yelling at them, and they got scared of him. He probably started saying, I'm the sheriff, or something else like that, and they got scared and they locked the doors, because there's no other reason why I can think that all the doors to the Burger King were locked. Because when the police arrived and they tried to open the doors, the Burger King's restaurant doors were locked. So we don't know how aggressive he was before this, but I can only assume that he was, cursing them out, yelling at them, and the staff got scared and they decided to, lock the doors. So, you couldn't act like a rational person, just try to, resolve it with the manager. Like, all you gotta basically do is just say, sir, I'm sorry, you put this one thing that was wrong in my order. Can you please fix it, sir? That's it. That's all you gotta do. And most places will just fix it. You don't have to make a scene. You don't gotta get all angry. You don't have to, show off. He has, I think, his, some kind of family member in the car. It's a woman. I'm assuming it's his wife. Maybe he was trying to show off to her. I don't know. But, you don't have to make a scene. You don't have to show off to your wife. You don't have to do stuff like that. All you gotta do is just rationally, calmly talk to the manager and just say, sir, you messed up this one thing on my order. Can you please just fix this? That's it. Most places will help you like that. That's it. And if they are unhelpful, even after that, if the place will still not help you, you don't call 911 and you ask deputies for backup. It's a misuse of police. It's a waste of police resources, and it's an abuse of power as your power of sheriff. And if the place still won't help you, all you basically gotta do is just call corporate at that point. Call Burger King corporate and just say, they made one of my orders wrong. I tried to talk to them nicely. They would not fix it. They would not give me back my money. That's it. You don't have to make a scene in the restaurant, especially misuse police like this. But anyways, enough of me talking. And let's read this article. Irate sheriff calls for backup after Burger King messes up his order and squad cars show up with sirens blaring. Yeah, I thought this was fake. Yes, last night when I saw this, I thought this was fake, guys. I did. But it turns out it's real. He wanted it his way. A Georgia sheriff was so ticked off when Burger King botched his order that he called for backup. And I'll link this article down below. Cobb County Sheriff Craig Owens' Whopper-sized beef with the fast food eatery was caught on newly released body cam footage, which shows the top cop sending his deputies to the restaurant after his staff allegedly got his order wrong, according to report by WSB TV News. And Cobb County, Georgia Sheriff Craig Owens calling his deputies for backup when Burger King got his order wrong. My God, 3 deputies were dispatched to the scene with lights flashing and sirens blaring. Hey, do me a favor, Owens tells a deputy while sitting in his truck in the parking lot of a local fast food outlet. I need to all I need is the owner name of whoever owns this damn facility or manager. Oh my God. I wanted to get his female passenger a Whopper, no mayo, cut in half, right? He said, I don't need no damn money back no more. I just need to find out who owns this place so I can do an official complaint. Well, all you basically got to do is just got to call Burger King corporate. If they were being unhelpful to you, if so he wanted to get his female passenger a Whopper, no mayo, cut in half. They messed something up here, but this is something. This is not a big deal. This is just something small. That's it. All you basically gotta do is just, remake the order. So whoever his female passenger was, I don't know if it's his wife, his sister, his girlfriend, whoever it was, he was trying to show off to them. That's basically what he was trying to show off. I'm a big tough guy here. I'm the sheriff, and they locked the doors. They got scared of him, and he called for backup. That's at least what I'm assuming happened. Again, I don't have proof for that part before the video, but that's at least what I think happened. Yeah, so the deputies are seen approaching the restaurant where a freaked out Burger King employees had locked the door and had to be coaxed to let the cops in. So again, this is what I'm saying is I believe that, they got scared of him. He probably screamed at them in the drive-thru. He probably got pissed, said something nasty to them in the drive-thru, because I'd like to hear from the Burger King employees. I haven't been able to see a statement from the Burger King employees, but I'd honestly like to see what they had to say, what happened before this, because honestly, if whatever the Burger King employees tell me, I'll believe whatever they said happened, because there's no, this doesn't happen where a random restaurant will just close their doors at 3 p.m. That's a very busy time, like lock their doors. They were scared. Nobody is in trouble. We just want to get some names. One deputy tells the assistant manager. That guy out there, he's just going to file a complaint for his food. Oh my god. And the thing is, though, this is such a stupid thing to call the police to. And look, here's the thing is, if a regular person who is not a sheriff, tried to, call up, just an average day, citizen, tried to call up the police and said, this place got my order wrong, do you know what the police would tell you? The police in most cases would tell you this is a misuse of police resources, this is a waste of police resources, misusing 911, do not call again. That's what they will tell you. They'll usually won't arrest you the first time, they'll warn you, but that's what they will do. They will usually say to you, this is a misuse of 911. And so my question is, what is the difference between if an average, citizen calls 911 for complaining that Burger King got his order wrong and a sheriff calling 911? There really is no difference. And so I don't know if he directly called 911. That's at least, I don't know that, but he had some way of calling the deputies, some way of summoning the deputies, some way of getting them. So if he didn't call 911, he still misused police resources. That's what he still did. He still misused police resources. And so why would the police go there to get names of the manager? Because this is a civil matter. This is a matter that no crime has been committed here. No crime has been committed. This is a civil matter. This is between the customer and the manager. The police are not to be involved in the situation. The only time the police are involved in a situation like this is when it's breaking the law. That's the only time the police are involved in a situation. But this is a civil dispute. It's between the customer and the manager. The police have no right to get involved in a situation like this. This incident happened on March 4th, 2023, bubbled up last week in the midst of Owen's re-election bid. The sheriff's challenger for the job, David Cavender, posted the 3 body cam videos online on Friday. And we'll look at David Cavender's page in a little bit, and we'll react to the video. Now, I'm going to say this, this incident happened a year and a half ago. But if this sheriff does something like this, like abuses his power for this, I can't imagine what else he abuses his power for. There's probably other stuff that he's probably gotten away with. And look, I am one of the biggest supporters of law enforcement, don't get me wrong. 2 of my, good friends are in law enforcement, and, I support law enforcement 100%. That's actually what I went to school for. I got a bachelor's degree in law enforcement technology. And I do believe that the media does a lot of times paint law enforcement in a bad way. There's a lot of good cops out there, and the media makes them look, bad. And not all cops are bad people. Most cops are, honest people. They're not racist. They just want to help their communities. They're not power hungry. But this is a perfect example of one of those cases of a power hungry cop. This guy here. This is a power hungry cop. This is, misuse of police. This is, this guy thinks he has some kind of, giant power. He's misusing his authority. This is an example of that right here. This. And so this sheriff, I don't think this guy should be sheriff. I think this guy should seriously be disciplined for stuff like this. And as for David Cavender, what I'll say here, I don't know what kind of person David Cavender is, if he's going to be a good sheriff or not. I know nothing about him. I know that the only thing I know about him is he's running against this guy. That's the only thing I know. So I don't know David Cavender's policies or anything like that. I'm not, talk politics here. I don't do stuff like that. I don't, it doesn't matter to me if the sheriff is Democrat or Republican. Is, this is just I think everyone can agree here. This is a misuse of police resources and just, just using his authority for nothing. Just, he's on a power trip. And so about this incident happening on March 4th, 2023, David Cavender did use this. He did the right thing by releasing the video, don't get me wrong. But think about the timing also. October, it's 1 month before the election. He's doing this to win the election. But I'll be honest with you guys. If I was David Cavender, I probably would have done the same thing. I would have released the video right then and there, right before the election, just so people can see right there during the election of what this guy was doing. And that, because if the video would have been released on like March, last year, like right when this happened, people might have forgotten about it. But because it's released actually in October, it's actually better, because then the voters are more informed and the voters know this is what this sheriff did. Employees at the Georgia Burger King were so freaked out they locked the doors on the sheriff's deputies in the 2023 incident. So yeah, this happened, March 4th, 1513, which, 1513, that's 313. That's 313, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Employees at the Georgia Burger King were so freaked out, they locked the doors. Yep. We just want to get some names. One deputy tells the assistant manager, I think it's an abuse of power. Cavender spokesman Mike Dondelingers told WSB, yes, 100% it's an abuse of power, 100%. I'm shocked that the sheriff feels so flippant about this issue that he would have deputies run lights and sirens, placing citizens at risk and his deputies at risk, just so he could get some information from a business owner that clearly could have been followed up on another day, Dondelinger added. Meanwhile, Owens told the outlet it was just a business dispute. It was, it was a business dispute. The sheriff is a scumbag. It was a business dispute, but you didn't make it into a business dispute. You made it into a legal dispute at this point, because you chose to get law enforcement involved and you wasted police resources. So it was a civil dispute. It was just a business dispute. But why are you calling, deputies over? Because like I said, if this was an average day citizen that just called the police and said, come over here, come over here, they got my order wrong, they wouldn't show up. They would just say this is a misuse of police resources, don't call back again. But because it's the sheriff, he's getting away with it. Cobb County Sheriff Craig Owens called for backup, deputies responding to a local Burger King with sirens blaring. I was not in my uniform, and at no point in my interaction with the staff did I identify myself as a member of the law enforcement community, the sheriff said. Well, regardless of whether you identified yourself as a law enforcement, official, they got scared of you. Whatever he said in that drive-thru, I don't know what he said. Again, we don't know what happened before this. I want to hear what the Burger King people have to say, but whatever he said freaked them out enough to lock the doors in, at busy hours. Just think about that too. They were scared, and they saw the guy in the parking lot outside, sitting in his truck, so they got scared. That's why they locked the door. Even though you're not in uniform, at no point in my interaction with the staff did I identify myself as a law enforcement official. You summoned the police. You wasted police resources. Those two cops that were summoned could have been, on patrol. They could have been actually arresting real criminals. And, and this is wasting police resources because, again, they could have been at the scene of a crime dealing with something important. At no point did I indicate my position, nor did I ask the responders to do anything they would not, had not, or have not done for anyone else who makes a business dispute call. No. This is BS. I'm telling you guys right now, if you call most police departments and you make this kind of complaint, and you tell them basically that, they messed up my Burger King order, that come in, find me the manager's name. They're not going to do that for you. There's no law hasn't been broken. This is a matter that's a civil dispute between the customer and the manager and, the store. That's basically it. Owens said, whether as a command sergeant major or major in the Cobb Police Department, as a sheriff, I've always worked to build confidence and trust in leadership. Oh my God. To our citizens and residents, it is clear they need to work harder, and I pledge to do so, he added. Anything that takes away from that mission is a distraction. And for that, I am deeply sorry. Well, you should apologize to the the staff at Burger King for this stuff, harassing them. And I will tell you guys something is, I'm not a legal expert. Like I said, I know a little bit about the law. I studied a little bit of it, but I will tell you that I'm pretty certain that the staff can sue. And anybody that knows much more about lawyer stuff, if you know anything more about lawyer stuff in the comments, tell me, do you think that the staff at the Burger King could sue for this? For the guy getting the police to come into the restaurant? Could he actually sue for that? Let me know in the comments if anybody knows more about that, because I'm pretty sure they could sue for some kind of harassment. And I actually Googled it. I wanted to look up misuse of 911 what the Georgia charge is. And misusing the 911 system in Georgia can result in a number of charges: obstructing or hindering a call. Well, he wasn't really obstructing a call. Unlawful conduct during a 911 call, misdemeanor that can result in a fine up to $500 or 12 months in jail, or both. This charge applies to anyone who makes a false report to 911 or calls 911 to harass a communications officer. So he technically is wasting police resources. Even if he didn't dial 911 directly, maybe he had some other way of contacting the deputies, he still is wasting police resources. It's still a waste of police resources. Whether he called 911 or not, he still somehow summoned 2 deputies there. And also, this is his page right here, re-elect Craig Owens, Cobb County Sheriff, proven, respected, visionary leadership. The guy who calls up, deputies to harass people at a Burger King. But anyways, here's the video. Enough of me talking. I think you guys want to watch the video. Cavender for Cobb Sheriff. This is the guy who posted this. Again, I'm not going to discuss the politics here. I don't care about the people's politics. This is, his opponent. He posted the video, but the video is real. This is pretty much what happened, and it shows you the body cam footage. So let's watch the video now. Let's react to this. Let's see what happens here. So the police are driving quickly. They're using sirens. Just think about this. They're driving quickly using sirens to respond to a call about a Burger King. Running their lights and sirens.
The Burger King right next door to the old Claymore. 362-101, we've got 3 units en route.
Move! And you see the sheriff's gray F-150? No. I just absolutely ask Mike. I want to order her a Whopper, no mayo cut in half, right? Mm-hmm. So we get the mayo half.
For people that are confused how he got this footage, open records request is a lot of every state and county has different policies and procedures on this, but a lot of times you can request body cam footage. Now the police sometimes might give it to you, sometimes they might not. But this guy had gotten the request. Now I don't know what the request in Georgia is, what the policies are, but he requested the police body cam and he got it.
Hey man, hey, do me a favor. I need to get, all I need is the owner name or whoever owns this damn facility or the manager. Okay. We ordered something, the food was wrong. We say, hey, can we fix it right? The guy said, well, we ordered. I said, that's not what we ordered. What are we doing? I said, well, can I get my, no. I said, well, can you give me a manager's name or owner name so I can call them? That's all I need. Okay, sir. I don't need no damn money back no more. I just need to find out who owns this place so I can do an official complaint to complain.
Okay, sir. Okay. That's
all right.
All I'm going to do is, the sheriff wants the name of the manager or the owner so he can file a complaint. That's all.
The manager and the owner. Yes, sir. It may be an assistant manager here now, but I don't know who it is. So he's just straight up ads.
I'll get all the names I can.
No, sir.
He just wants some names, manager, owner, so he can file a complaint. Oh, no big deal.
3 cops. Oh my God.
They're gonna
The door is locked. Now, I will say one other thing about this, guys. Let me know in the comments also, because I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys think the police officers, we're talking about the cops, not the sheriff here. Do you think that the 3 police officers who responded, do you think that they should also get in trouble? Do you think they should face some kind of disciplinary action or not? Let me know what you guys think. Because the thing is, though, is that what I noticed right here is that when the cops arrived, the sheriff was explaining to them what he wanted them to do. So there's a chance these cops might have arrived here and they might not have known what they were being called for. They might not have known. So there's a chance these cops didn't know they were going to be called here for a Burger King order. They might not have known that. And, you know, think about it this way, is that sheriff calls them and tells them, I need you guys right here, right now at the parking lot in Burger King. And so they might not have known the full story. They might not have known what was, you know, fully going on. You know, sheriff calls you, you know, that sheriff is your boss, you know, calls you and says, you know, I need you at the the parking lot of the Burger King. He probably didn't explain to them what happened on the phone. But if the cops knew that they were coming here for a Burger King order, then I would support more, you know, some kind of action taken against them. But if they didn't know they were going to be called for an order, it's kind of more of a gray zone. You know, the cops still did a bad thing by going in there and, you know, harassing the staff in the place. But like I said, this is their boss that called them. So I'm not trying to defend all the cops here, but what I'm basically saying is they might not have known the full situation, what they were, you know, being called for. And they probably wanted to hear the manager's side of the story and wanted to hear what was going on. So they might not have been informed on the whole situation and what was going on. But the sheriff is clearly guilty. I think most of us can agree on that. But the three cops, like I said, it's more of a gray area. I don't know whether they're, you know, liable or not, if they knew about this, because this was their boss and they might have been scared of him too. That's what, you know, could have happened. It doesn't give them an excuse to do what they did, obviously, but, you know, they might have gotten some kind of pressure from their boss. But let me know in the comments, do you guys think the cops are also guilty for this or not? And let me, so the Burger King thing was not, you know, filmed, but we have audio. An employee allows the door, allowing the deputies access to the Burger King.
Hey, how are you? Who's the manager on duty?
That would be him.
You a manager or assistant manager?
I'm the assistant.
All right. Well, that was all I needed. Thank you for your time.
Have a good one.
Have a good day.
He's explained he's worried about the customer outside not knowing it's Sheriff Owens, just as he's been with the other disgruntled customers, many of whom have threatened violence. And this is what I will say is, I never worked in fast food, but I worked in retail. I have seen customers threaten employees before. I've seen it happen. I've gotten threatened once before too. So I've seen it happen where people make threats. And, you know, you would think that it's ridiculous somebody would threaten a Burger King employee, but yes, stuff like this very much happens. And, you know, some guy that's, you know, being, you know, really aggressive in the drive-thru, there's a reason the staff got scared.
And
you said the old Kmart after that.
I said the old Kmart you were talking about, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's an assistant manager working right now. He didn't want to give his last name, but his name was
Did we get the manager's name?
Yeah, the manager is. That's her phone number.
Okay.
And the people that own this place is.
Okay, that's all I needed.
All right, sir.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep, no problem. Have a good day, sir.
And he didn't want to give me his information.
All he wanted to give me was his
That's
first name.
the white male with the mustache?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he felt threatened that somebody was going to do something to him, so, like stalk him or something. It didn't help none.
You didn't tell him who I was.
No.
No, they didn't tell him who he was. And there's no reason to really say that he was the sheriff on that, because just because you're a sheriff is, you know what, that you have like, you know, some kind of power over other people, that you're more important than a regular citizen. But just the fact that he's like laughing about this too, I really don't like that. And remember what he said, he felt threatened. He intimidated Burger King staff. Failed to de-escalate the situation. He wasted man hours of the 3 deputies. Oh wait, so we got 3 different cars here? Wait, are these 3 different cars? What? So the situation is even worse than I thought. I thought that there was only 2 cars involved. I thought it was 2 deputies in 1 car and then another deputy. Oh, okay. The 3 cars? He called 3 police. Yeah, so it's his political ad that's playing. I'm not going to get involved in the whole politics stuff. I think that we can all agree that this is a misuse of police power. And I want to also show you guys this. This is actually a funny phone call. It's kind of scary, but it was also kind of ridiculous at the same time. When I was a kid, this is 2009. I remember when this was actually on the news. And people were making fun of this. I managed to find the clip, but this is an example of what happens when somebody actually calls 911 at a situation just like this. And so this situation is really no different. But the difference is it was a citizen, and both of them are wrong. Both the citizen and the cop are wrong. But this guy was an idiot. This guy right here is a moron. But he called 911 over a McDonald's order wrong.
I was at a McDonald's. I paid $10, and these guys gave me one burger and a fry, and told me to pull around.
Okay, sir. This is not a 911 emergency. Let me get. Sir, this is not a police matter. You need to take it up with the manager of the McDonald's. I'm going to disconnect.
I got robbed for my money.
Sir, you did not get robbed. I'm going to disconnect with you now.
I was at McDonald's. I gave these guys $10. They gave me one burger and a fry, and told me to park.
Sir, I believe you just talked to my partner a moment ago, and he advised you this is not a 911 emergency.
This is a 911 emergency. I got robbed for $8. You cannot tell me I can call 911 and not get a cop right here.
Sir.
You can tell me I can't get a cop right here at 82nd and Sunnyside Road. I will sue your office right now.
Okay, stop. Listen, 911 is for life or death emergencies only. By you calling 911, you can be arrested for... Sir, listen to me. Sir, listen to me.
That's I'm pretty sure that he got arrested because there's this mugshot. But this is an example. This is what happens if an idiot tries to call 911 at, like, saying that a McDonald's or, fast food place got their order wrong. This is how the police will respond to you. And because it's the sheriff, the police are responding differently. Like I said, there's no difference between the sheriff and, an average day citizen calling the police. They're both a waste of police resources. So I think he shouldn't be sheriff. I think he should be charged with something wasting police resources, and he's gonna lose the election. And like I said, it might be kind of scummy that the guy waited until, now to release the footage. But like I said, is if we don't know how long the politician had the footage for, but if releasing it 1 month before the election is actually kind of good. Because voters might have forgotten about that. If that was released in back in March, voters might have forgotten about that. But because now it's released, 1 month before the election, people are gonna remember that. And gonna be like, this is the guy, who called up staff and harassed people at Burger King. He harassed Burger King workers. So people will remember that. But I'm curious whether this guy's gonna lose the election or not. That's what I'm really curious about. It's like honestly, when the election happens, the first thing I'm gonna check that Georgia sheriff election to seeing if the guy won or not. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like. Let me know what you think down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.